looks like the stream is running now. This is probably the only stream I'm gonna do this weekend. I mean, there's a lot going on, and yeah, I know damn well I'm not really gonna be able to like relax if all I do is like stream. So this is my like one late night stream until next week, probably. Anyway, welcome to the stream. I am Fornesus, and hold on, let me put on this like stupid ass looking hat. Alright, but anyway, this works. The last stream, I literally like had like this headband thing, but like the mic got really oily because I have naturally really oily skin, so I didn't like that. I forgot, did I like buy some like cleanser? I think I did, because that was a wake-up call. Otherwise I would not be wearing like this type of hat. I wish I could wear like more femme, more like happy pride kind of hat, but like no, I don't really have any of those. And like I'm not like one of those fashion girlies anyway, so it wouldn't really be me. Anyway, I'm gonna like watch tech videos, like watch videos by people who look like me. I guess they look like, this guy looks kind of like me. Yeah, I want to like watch what like these people think about like the new like iPad and such, because well, I got myself stuck with like two different iPads, an iPad mini and one of like the regular iPads, so yeah.
18 and this is iPadOS 26 and we have got a lot to uncover today. So first things first, after this update the iPad will look more like the Mac, but I do have a few mixed feelings about this one. I'm not really sure about certain stuff that they have done. So the first thing you might have noticed that we have iPadOS 26 instead of 19. So it's basically after the years Apple did this to unify the entire lineup, but for this one in specific we're only gonna cover iPadOS. So my name is Prithviraj and let's get started. Also, if you wanted to try out iPadOS 26 for yourself,
Wait, actually,
at the end of this video,
let me get those iPads.
Alright, the biggest talking point has been the liquid glass look, and to be honest, I'm not really a fan. You might have seen all the memes on Reels and stuff that it looks very similar to Windows Vista from back in 2005, 6, 7, something like that. But this is what I have an issue with, the control center. Let's talk about that. This is the side-by-side of the two control centers. Just let me know which one you would prefer for yourself, because the one we are getting with the iOS 26 doesn't have enough contrast. We don't have the blurred background anymore, so it is kind of an overlay that is coming on top of your apps and it looks very weird, to be honest. When you open it once you're inside any app, then it looks fine, to be honest, but if you open it standalone on the home screen, then it looks very weird. Just take a look. So leaving the liquid glass gimmick aside, Apple has really stressed on the multitasking features of the iPadOS a lot. Apple Intelligence, well, it still sucks, to be honest, and Siri
Oh no, my dog. He woke up.
So let's just skip to the good part and talk
because
about
my
the
stupid
multitasking
setup,
experience.
like,
Earlier we used to have two kinds of
it's so
multitask.
messy.
One is the usual split screen multitask, another one is the stage manager. That one was
They
really
just like
a
made
messed
a
up thing. It
big
wasted so
room.
much of screen real estate that I didn't even know what to say about that. But with this update, everything got a lot
Kinda
more
serves it
smoother.
right,
And now
'cause,
finally
like,
we can
she didn't
resize
wanna
our
sleep
windows as
next
well
to
using
me.
this click over here. So this is kind of helpful. This will like unify your Mac experience.
Which is why I'm
on
here
your
now,
iPad,
like,
and you can organize everything on
doing
the
this
floating
instead of
windows
like
by
falling
itself
asleep,
without even have to
being
enable
asleep with
the
my
stage
dog,
manager thing that
because
used to be there. So that's a good point. But
she
with this
wanted
one,
to
you
stay
can have multiple windows all at
downstairs.
once, so you can use it more like your Mac. And speaking of Mac, we now have a menu bar. Many people actually wanted that for a very long time.
My
So when you
ADHD got in the way.
You don't
Sorry.
have the blurred background anymore, so it is kind of an overlay that is coming on top of your apps, and it looks very weird, to be honest. When you open it, once you're inside any app, then it looks fine, to be honest. But if you open it standalone on the home screen, then it looks very weird. Just take a look. So leaving the liquid glass gimmick aside, Apple has really stressed on the multitasking features of the iPad OS a lot. Apple Intelligence, well, it still sucks, to be honest, and Siri, let's not even talk about that. So let's just skip to the good part and talk about the multitasking experience. Earlier, we used to have two kinds of multitask. One is the usual split screen multitask, another one is the stage manager. That one was really a messed up thing. It wasted so much of screen real estate that I didn't even know what to say about that. But with this update, everything got a lot more smoother, and now finally we can resize the windows as well using this click over here. So this is kind of helpful. This will like unify your Mac experience onto your iPad, and you can organize everything on floating
Keep hearing
windows
about that
by
one.
itself without even have to enable the stage manager thing that used to be there. So that's a good point. But with this one, you can have multiple windows all at once, so you can use it more like your Mac. And speaking of Mac, we now have a menu bar. Many people actually wanted that for a very long time. So when you open an app and just swipe down from the top, you will see the menu bar. You have all those basic menus like file, edit, format, and stuff like that. Very similar to that of Mac OS. And also we can resize them using the navigation buttons here, and also close the app right away. So as of now, I'm currently using the iPad OS 26 developer beta. So many things are still under process. So inside any app, when we go to the file option, we don't see much options as of now, because the developers of the third-party apps are already working on it. We can surely see some apps actually roll this out before the public beta. Apps like Procreate, Photoshop, DaVinci are obviously gonna make the most of this feature, that's for sure. I'll be making an updated video when everything rolls out smoothly. But as of now, let's have the first look. So the window navigation buttons are very useful, so we can quickly resize and minimize apps. I went inside Apple Notes to see how it's working out. So in full screen mode, when I go to edit, I have a list of all the options that you can see: copy, paste, undo, redo, etc. This can help you speed up your workflow a lot, especially if you connect it to a keyboard or a trackpad. Now inside Apple Notes, when I click on the file option, I get a set of tools that I can choose from: new note, new folder, new smart folder, everything like that. So the addition of this menu bar can actually help you make the most of your iPad. And if you ever wanted to use your iPad as your primary computer, well, now you can. And also, if you connect the Apple Magic Keyboard with this one, you can use all the gestures and keyboard shortcuts that you could on your Mac. It's gonna stay the same. And also, if you're enjoying this so far, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. That would definitely help me out a lot. But one issue that is kind of bothering me in the floating windows is that it's way too round. Apple had to do that to match the roundness of the iPad, but this one is a little bit too round if you compare that with Mac OS and stuff like that. It is gonna take you a while to get used to it, but it won't really bother you after a few months of usage, that's for sure. Now that multitasking is out of the way, let's address the elephant in the room.
Really happened with my OneDrive.
Like I said, I'm not really a fan of how it looks, and it also kind of made the icons look a bit weird, to be honest. And we have this neat little thing to customize and select the dark mode and stuff like that from this one. You can of course go for the clear theme and plan it out if you're into that. Else we have the default mode and the dark mode, of course, and also options for tinted view in case you wanted to use that. But was this something that you would like? Clear mode like this? Let me know in the comments. But one thing I forgot to mention,
for like
of all the
both of my
that is going on,
desktops,
I'm not really sure
like
if the older iPad models will be able to keep up with the software.
Have completely been messy. I don't understand it. Like, why is it working so well on my Mac, on my MacBook, and then like on PC, it completely messes up? I don't know. I am not a fan. No, I am so not like a fan. Okay, I might have to like, you know what? I might have to show everyone like this portion of my setup. So then I guess I'll just like spend the rest of the stream doing this over here, doing my like homework over here, hidden away in the corner, like but like some Quasimodo shit. Go over there. Shit. Is it like the music still playing? Oh my god. Okay. Man, this just all has to converge at the same time. I don't like it. I literally streamed from this computer because I was having this exact problem with my other computer. What the hell? Well, okay then. This sucks a lot. I guess I'll just like... First off, I'll replace my Chromebook with my... what do you call it? MacBook. Use the Chromebook. And I completely forgot that I have like this like down here, literally. And so I can just like store my Chromebook in there. Or whatever else. Next, I get my MacBook. After I fix this whole mess. Ugh. What is going on here? Okay, finally. Okay. I'm literally like a mess. It actually like legitimately irritates me sometimes. Okay, so like my flow definitely like messed up because of technical issues. Just really, I just need to work on my homework. Like, is that too much to ask for? I don't think so. I really do not. But whatever, life is just... There are a lot of people going through like way worse. I just gotta keep a little bit of perspective. And maybe like give myself some rest. 'Cause this bitch has been like working really hard. My whole ass off. My whole ass off. But the problem is my ass got bigger. Apparently, according to the doctor. So, I'm gonna have to work on that. But right now, tonight, nope. I'm working on, you know, this. Oh my god, no, my Mac better not be going through it too. Soccer blue. Soccer blue. Soccer blue. Okay, yeah, my Mac's okay. Now I can watch the rest. Well, listen, you know.
If you're using the iPad 9 Gen or something lower with a backdated processor, I kinda have a gut feeling that it's gonna lag a lot if you try to multitask and do stuff like that using the floating window. It's a total chaos in that aspect. And if you are a video editor, this thing is gonna really help you. Firstly, we have the menu bar, and secondly, Apple finally decided to revamp the Files app. So first things first, you can now add folders into your dock. That was super helpful. So if there are few files that you regularly have to use if you're an editor or perhaps a student, like you can make a folder and put it into your dock. It can consist of your lectures, study notes and stuff like that, or video assets if you're a video editor. This is gonna speed up your workflow a lot. And inside the Files app itself, we can now customize our folders as per our Mac. Like you can change the colors of the folders, add icons and stuff like that. Pretty much everything you had on the Mac as far as folders are concerned and now here on the iPad. And now we can finally micromanage our folders. Like we can sort it into icons list, and it will give you all
I
the
love
folder
micromanaging
my
my folders,
using Mac
honestly.
and other desktop computers. And you can also toggle file name extension, so you can exactly see if the photo is in HEIC or WebP or rather a PNG file. So that's gonna be useful for not getting confused, that is. And speaking of video editing, we now have live updates on the iPad as well, just like you have them on your iPhone. And the thing on top is that it can show you the progress bar. For example, if you're exporting a video and you know it's gonna take a time, now you can simply quit the app but still have a progress bar of when your video is gonna get exported. This thing is super helpful. You don't have to keep opening your video editor again and again just to see the progress of the video that you're exporting. So yeah, yeah, you can save some time and maybe have a monster during that. Sorry, not sponsored by Monster, by the way. And also because of the liquid glass, this is what the notifications look like. I'm still not a fan. You can't convince me otherwise. We have all the other updates similar to that of iOS 26. Like FaceTime can now do a live transcription of your audio and also do live translation of other languages as well. We do have a few changes regarding the audio aspect as well. You can now pinpoint and select the correct audio input if you're
remember
recording
the
elsewhere. And also you get
entropy
features like voice
formula.
isolation and stuff like that. So overall, the iOS 26 update
I
was pretty
think
vague.
maybe
Nothing really
not.
happened, to be very honest. But the iPadOS 26 is definitely an update I was
No,
looking
there's
forward
no,
to. Leaving the liquid glass aside, the menu bar is
new
especially
action
gonna be
term.
super helpful. And also this is right in time because I was about to create a video on using the iPad as my primary computer, replacing my MacBook.
Oh
So that
yeah.
is gonna be so
I think
much
it's
more
this one.
convenient after this one. And because of the menu bar, all lot
Randomize
of
the
possibilities are
features
now
and
there. Like you can pretty
drink.
much see other third-party apps making the most out of it, especially creative apps like DaVinci Resolve, Procreate, Clip Studio, and the rest. And also if you're a student and you need to draft stuff on Apple Notes or maybe Excel and stuff, the menu bar will make things easier for you, that's for sure. And you'll feel like home after switching from your computer because it will exactly stay the same. And Excel users, now you can use all those keyboard shortcuts and macros if you want to. And since we have the ability to resize windows and multitask, this thing will be really useful if you're a student. For example, on one side you can have your Notes app opened, on the other side maybe the PDF or something, and maybe in a small floating window you can have things like Spotify there in case you wanted to play some study music, or even use some other Notes app just for taking quick notes or maybe the sticky notes kind of thing. It will really help you in organizing stuff. But nevertheless, everything kind of still feels laggy because it's still in beta, so I won't recommend that you install it as of now. You should wait for the public beta to release because this one is the developer beta for all the apps and devs to actually work on the stuff that will further enhance your experience, especially using the menu bar. So if you want to install the iPadOS 26 right now, simply create a developer account on Apple, and once that is done, you will find this option called beta updates in your software update segment. Just do that and you are done. So do let me know in the comments what you think specifically of the liquid glass, because that's what is making me curious. But till the time I make an updated video on this, if you would like to know more about iPad hacks that you can use to enhance your life, then click here on this video, and over there I've shared some hidden iPad tricks that you should definitely check out. See you there.
If you need an iPad that can cover all the essentials, browsing the web, some streaming, and some other basic applications, then the iPad A16 probably sounds like a great option for you. But is this
I have
truly
that
a
one.
balanced iPad?
That's
or
this
will it
one,
quickly hit its
actually.
limitations? In this video,
Yep.
we talk about all the features of the iPad 11th generation to help you decide if this is the essential iPad for you, or if you need to look for one that has more features than the A16. So when I first got this iPad out and set it up, I realized it looks exactly like the iPad Air in 3, and it feels almost exactly the same as well.
I'm pretty
The
sure I've
screen
watched
quality on
this
it is great.
video
It's on
before.
Good Retina displays. It hits 500 nits of brightness, which is going to be more
My
than enough
ADHD will not let
use.
me
But it's not gonna be
finish.
quite as
I just got this phone.
This is iPhone 12 mini
Yes. Oh wait, sorry.
with a battery of 84%. Let's go
Oh.
here. I activate. I turn on the health to 100. Clear the cycles. That's it. I connect only the battery now. iPhone 12 is mini, is so small. Battery message is gone.
What's he talking about? Ah. Or like a jump start.
Battery level is 100%.
Weird.
This is iPhone 12 mini.
He
with
just
a
like
battery
jump started
of
his battery, but I
84%.
don't know if that actually did anything. Ah, knew it. Oh, maybe that's what happened with my other phone, because it has like 100%. Oh my god, that pisses me off. I mean, it works pretty well. I'm not even gonna lie. It works like a lot better than my original iPhone, I guess. let me see something else. Oh yeah, like I have a library of like videos that I want to watch. So let me try to get there. History. I don't know. I'm trying to like watch unboxings of stuff that I've already bought. I have this exact phone. That's the exact color that I got. I love that color. It's a Capcom. I spelled it as Capcom. That's weird. Okay. Oh no. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Oh, it's one of those like silent videos. Sorry. Thought there would be like dialogue, but whatever. That's literally what mine looked like today, even though it was refurbished, because clearly they don't make those anymore. Like a phone that was released back in like 2020, 5 years ago. No. They would not be making those anymore, actually. No. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no, these are worth like more than the other one. Okay. Well, let me... that out. Okay, so I'm like really gonna have to focus on this like quiz then. Or whatever. No. actually like exactly what I did with mine. Like I literally just like took photos of like everything. My dog, random things in the house. Because it's so like tiny. It's so, it's so cute. Okay. Let me try to focus. Maybe this is the answer. Sorry. Okay. I've captured those questions for the sake of my quiz or whatever next week. 2 more quizzes to type up. Ooh, yeah. Actually, like, just put mine through, like, what do you call it? UV sanitizer. Because I didn't want to, like, ruin anything. Yeah, like, the one that I got, like, last week was, like, so, like, fucking ugly. Like, literally damage all over, like, the phone. And then Face ID wouldn't even work, so I was just, like, over it. And then the one that I got today of the same color, it had like double the storage. It was only like, I think like $4 more. It was like pristine. I just got like a, what do you call it? A screen protector. That's supposed to come in later today because it is overnight, so yeah. Oh yeah, wait. I gotta take my medicine. Oopsies. What am I doing here? Well, let me open up my next quiz to do first. And then I can do that. While my like document to capture this stuff. Okay. Oh, I get that exact case. Like, it's so it's cheap, but it's like pretty. Wait, let me get that phone too while I'm at it. Why did I think I had like a lav mic on? Yeah, mine is like right here. See? Same exact one. Same exact one. I didn't even know I'd be like watching this video today. Same exact one. I can't forget if like this camera does autofocus by itself or whatever. This one does though, but oh whatever. I'll just put it over here. Kind of hard to like press the buttons though, to be honest. What is that? What the hell? Ew. Kind of ugly. You literally cannot see like the beauty of the red like you can with this. Like, that just like so like kind of like my iPad, but at least black and yellow they don't like clash. But like cream and red, I don't want to judge, but yeah, they kind of clash like a lot. But I mean, it's her phone. Okay, let me take my medicine. Oh my god. Like, I literally forgot that I had music playing in the background. Oopsies. Sorry. Ooh. Okay, just the process now. That's actually pretty cute. When was this from? Probably like years ago though. Oh no, 6 months. Oh neat. Man, it's kind of cute. Beautiful and timeless. I do agree. It got refurbished, but like, I do agree. Ah, first iPhone. You know what? I'm gonna support the girlies here. Because why not? I have like this giant old thing. And then I have like this tiny little thing. It's funny. Not to mention like my 2 other phones that I have here. I mean, this one's tiny. This one might have been like a fluke. they may have like actually jump started it and then like made it look like it actually had good battery, but in reality, yeah. Oh wait, did I like the video yet? No, I didn't. Okay, good. Now I did. Ooh. Okay, let me get some ideas. Okay, let me like unlock my MacBook. The iPad. Ugh. Okay. Oh my god, this like prompt for one of the quizzes is like taking forever. It takes like forever just to like read it. Oh, okay. Actually, oh, wait, there's like less points. Wait, okay. Oh my god, what the hell? What the fuck is this? Okay. Get out of here. Is I did just copy all the questions. Good. Now I can work on them. Well, after I do the last stat in my other class. Oh wait, like why is this so aggressive? It's like A B C D but like capital, like all caps. Like why? Okay. Let me take out the highlight and then now I can go to my very last one. Digital divide. Ooh, I love that topic. Literally, I'm just like obsessed with that topic. Okay, so this is what they're talking about. Yeah. Okay, I might actually be looking forward to my homework, which makes me a nerd. I know. Ooh, that's cute. Ooh. Ooh. I wish I wasn't allergic to cats, but then I could like have a million of them. Would that make me a hoarder? Probably. But what's wrong with that? Nothing. Weird. So all of a sudden, like, okay, so we go from like a chapter 2, like 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then all of a sudden we gotta read like chapter 10 of the same book. Okay, odd. Well, let me go up to that document where I save. Well, where I'm planning to save these questions. And then 35 points. Oh, so there's like less questions. Oh wait, no, there's more questions. Ugh. I don't like this. Okay. I'll suck it up like I used to. Back during my glory days. When I wasn't as sophisticated. Oh wow, I'm probably gonna like really look forward to this chapter. Wait, is this one say correct? Oh my god. Like sometimes like the answer choices are like, okay, well this is the correct one. I'm like, ooh, interesting. Like I don't mind at all, so I guess I'll choose that already since. Okay, I do know like what the digital divide is because I used to be a victim of it, and now I have all the tech in the world because I'm overcompensating. That's why. Well, this like really long answer was like worthless. What the hell? Why is my exact fucking like topic an answer for a quiz question? I mean, it's not the correct one, but what the hell? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Wait, what the hell? Oh my god! Another one that says correct. Oh my god. Okay, well I highlighted it in green. Okay, I know what a black box algorithm is because I have paid attention throughout our classes so far. Maybe that's why I'm close to graduating now. Okay, like literally feel like this quiz was made using my paper. Like what the hell? Or did I just like predict the future or something? Do I just have like a weirdly intuitive understanding of this part of like the ethics stuff? That's odd. Either way. Like there's nowhere. That'd be so like crazy. Primary social goods. Ooh, cute. Oh wait, no. I shouldn't like highlight that yet. Now I can. Probably this one. Okay. Well, I got like a good idea now of what my quizzes are like. I might be at an advantage for this one, my ethics class. So that's great, actually. And like, what is the progress for my like random processing fucking 16,000 changes? Like the fuck? Processing like 42,000 changes. Ugh. Hate it here. But this is so cute, like, I swear. I wanna do the same for, like, this, I just don't know, like, what to do. It's like, you're a grown-ass man, and I'm like, just shut the fuck up. You don't know me. Oh wait, no, we didn't even have to do like chapter 5, no. I hallucinated that. That's even crazier. Okay. think I did like my stuff like so late. Yeah, I did like late yesterday. Very, very late. Oh yeah. Like these I got these like questions to work on. I got these questions to work on. I should do it. I should do it like now, I guess. Since I already got my quiz questions answered. I mean not answered fully, but like yeah. I really wanna like eat something that's like you fat ass bitch. Don't. Neat. It's like this like Asian couple. I mean, yeah. Well, I mean they are obviously Asian. Even I am. But like they just like sing songs about peace the entire day, and like they are a vibe. Like I literally love it whenever I can like see them on stream or something. But I feel like I should like. I may distracting myself. Like I literally said I have to do these questions, especially since like a random journalist is gonna look over my answers, which is odd. Like, wait, I thought it was only supposed to be internal. Ugh. Okay. It has to be like 6 questions. Like, I'm already doing so many essays. Ooh, neat. I love that, like, it automatically went to another one. Like, they're so cute. What the hell? Oh. He has one that's like love, and then he has one that's like hate. Anyway, it's like it's not tech content, so I'm not watching it this stream. Oh wait, there's an iPhone SE. Oopsies. I really should be paying like way more attention. Ah. Oh yeah, I can like I think I have one of those pens. Forgot. Where'd I put it? I put it somewhere. You know what? Let me like relax a little bit. My ADHD is like fucking around. Why can I not get on my own chair? Like I had to MacGyver my own chair just to get out. Oh no. Yeah, I think I lost like. Oh wait, no, I didn't. Did I? Wait, what the hell? Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I genuinely do not know why this pen is over there in my office. When it belongs here, I think. Does it? I'm so confused. Oh. Well, whatever. That's a pen cup. Ooh. What is this? I feel like it definitely should have done this exact thing. Wait, did I watch? Oh my god, I definitely watched this one already, right? Yo, what the hell? Weird. Okay, well. No. Gosh. Oh no. What is he doing talking about politics? Whatever. What is this generated, this AI generated? Oh my god. It's like there's actual Palestinian children, but okay.
Okay, hear me out. Imagine a piece of paper, but way cooler. Well, that's
Oh, I have
basically
this.
who Remarkable Paper Pro is.
Not the
and
pro
I partnered with
version though.
Remarkable to
That's $700. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I already thought it was a waste of money to do $500 for the one without backlight and um without color. And really, I don't really need color in something like that in the first place. Oh wait, but yeah, here's my. Does it still work? Is it? No, It's not charged. There's no charging. It's not charged. Oopsies. Well, that's why it's not working. I have way too many. Okay, let's see. Let's see what these people
Very dear to my
say.
heart, which is my flip phone.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're watching this video, I think you want to make a switch too, which I encourage. But before you do, just watch this video and listen. Because the thing is, this little device is not going to change your whole life. It's not going to make you this new perfect person. It's not
Nope.
going to do all of that. But it's going to give you back a lot of freedom. And here's what I mean with the
Yeah.
first thing. I bought this thing about 6 months ago. I didn't use it that often. I used it for 3 weeks, then I switched back to my smartphone, then I switched back, then I switched back, then I switched back, then I switched back. So now I did the switch again. And the thing is, when I'm using this phone,
I'm just saying
we're
this
not on the
because
best version that I ever was.
I
Because
do
the thing is,
not
I
feel like
talk a
doing
lot more with people
the
on my
rest of these
phone.
questions
I
right
talk a
now.
lot more with my family. I
I'll wait
watch
until
a
I
lot
do.
more YouTube videos, which maybe is kind of besides the point. If I don't use any TikTok app or Instagram, that just makes me happy. Because if I watch YouTube, I watch for the content. I watch a video that's at least 10 minutes long. Attention span is not getting butchered.
I'm sorry,
because let's
my
be honest here, we are
my
all
ears are
addicted
so
to our
sweaty
phones.
right now.
And our attention span is not
I
the
can't
best.
handle it.
I try to read a book, and after 5 pages, I'm bored.
Maybe I should pause the video. I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting sleepy because obviously I took my nighttime medication, but really doesn't get 3:31 a.m. But I did have kind of
It's not
a
because
busy.
the book is so bad.
I
It's
did have
because
kind of
I'm
a
I need
busy
to
day,
look on my
so
phone. I need to look this. I need to look that. Maybe someone sent me a reel. Maybe someone sent me a TikTok. Maybe someone posted something new. And that's just draining because if I'm at home and if I'm lying in my bed, the last thing I should be thinking about is what other people are doing. You know, if I want to
same.
know what my best friend is doing, I can just ask her, "What are you doing?" If I want to know what my boyfriend is doing, I can just ask him, "What are you doing?" Not look on Instagram to find an answer to that question because that's just miserable. I find myself comparing myself every second of the day to to other people what they are doing, how
Same.
they're doing. Are they at home like me or are they out partying? And the thing is, if you watch 1,000 people doing things outside, it's going to be like everyone does something, but not me. But the thing is, people that are not doing something, they're just not posting. So it's not going to
Exactly.
look like they are not
Oops.
doing anything. That's just the weird mindset. And the thing is, I look at the people,
I mean, I
other
post
women, and I'm
and I
like,
do
wow,
like
they're so
literally
pretty. But the second
nothing,
thought
just
is,
like
why
homework.
do I not look like that? And the thing is, yeah, of course you don't look like that. First of all, you don't have the money to look like that because
Nope.
90% of people, they don't look real. Like, they are not real. If they don't look real, then they are not real. And 90%, because there are people who are really beautiful. Like, I'm not trying to bash anyone. I think these women just look unreal. They're so pretty. Like, I couldn't even compare, okay? Don't get me wrong. But being in this constant mindset of comparing yourself to other
Exactly.
women or other people, other men, I don't know, it just makes you feel bad about yourself. It just makes you
Inadequate.
feel like, why am I not enough? And the thing is, we are not looking ugly. The thing is, we just look normal. We just look like normal people. If I go out, everyone looks normal. And if someone has work done, you can see it. Like, in a lot of cases, you can see it. There are people that I know that maybe like put something in their lip and it looks so natural. It looks so good. I'm not saying anything about that, okay? If you do it in a way that looks natural, you do you. But the thing is, if you do it in like such an unreal way, like such an over, you know what I'm saying? It just looks bad.
Kind
And I'm
of.
not saying this. It looks bad in a way like oh, you look so ugly or anything. Please don't get me wrong. You can do what you want to your body, but I'm just sad about because I'm like, this person was probably so beautiful and now they have all this work done and we can see it. And I don't know, that wasn't the purpose of this video though, so let's get to the point. What I wanted to say is, if you're buying a flip phone, which I have like this, it's from Samsung, it's going to make you a lot more confident. It's going to give you a lot more time. You're not going to feel like the time is just running out. It's going to feel like you have all that time and you use your time wisely. Because the thing is, I feel like sometimes I don't have enough time. I'm like, I was laying the whole time on my bed. I didn't do anything. I didn't read a book. I didn't write anyone. I didn't study. I didn't do anything. I didn't write a book. I didn't do anything. And that just doesn't feel right.
No, like what?
Why am I laying 8 hours in my bed and not doing anything? And it doesn't feel like 8 hours. It feels like 1 hour because I was just scrolling on my phone like an idiot. And the phone that I bought is pretty great because I know that there are things that we just cannot get by. You know, there are just things you need. And this phone is kind of like a smartphone, I would say, but I don't use it like one. Like, I just use it to text, and it has GPS on it, which is great. It has also a touch screen, which I don't use, but sometimes
I
I need
have
to
like a
use it
Razor
because my
phone.
sister's like asleep and
Back during
she's
my
at the bed
generation.
room,
Back when we
and
were in
she's
like
I
school.
cannot type on this because then she's going to be like, like, you annoy me. It has a camera here and a camera here, so you can take photos of everything. Like, you don't have to miss out. It's not going to look great, but it's okay, like, for memory's sake. It has Google Maps, which is the most important thing. I need Google Maps on my phone because I'm like someone who doesn't find her way anywhere. I don't know. I would have to ask every single person, where do I need to go? And it would be like left, right, left, right, left, right. And I would be like, okay, I'm going one left and I'm going to ask another person because I don't know, where should I go? I don't use anything on it. I could install TikTok on it, but I'm not going to do that. I have Spotify and Pinterest on this. Pinterest is not very usable. I just use it to look at the pins that I made if I want to like look for an outfit to wear. And Spotify, I need my music. I'm not going to buy an MP3 player, and I'm not going to start downloading music on this because that's just besides the point. Like, that takes so much time. What I can tell you, buy a phone like this, please. This is the Samsung Folder 2. You can buy it on Y2K phones. I think I bought it. I also had a phone like this before that, which is really just a flip phone, nothing else, but it was just lacking the GPS for me, which I need. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, if you liked it, maybe you can follow me. Maybe not.
That's your entire personality. I mean,
so
you know what?
And write in the comments if you have like a flip
I'll just
phone
give
or
her
anything like that.
a like.
Because I'm really interested in knowing.
Because I have no idea, like, how the hell this ended up in my feed. But it's neat. Alright, so what
Earlier
does he
this
have
week,
to say?
Apple at WWDC announced iPadOS 26 And to be very honest, I don't think there's been this much excitement around iPadOS in a
What the hell?
really long time. It actually feels like iPad season all over again. And this time, we're not talking about new hardware, but new software with all these great enhancements that we in the iPad community have been begging for such a
What the
long
hell is an
time. But when you
iPad
put that
community?
visual overhaul aside, it's
Like,
the
am
new
I
productivity features that's
the
really
iPad
taking the
community
iPad to the
now?
next level. And I've been
Like,
testing iPadOS.
wait, is this supposed to be like Apple Pride Month too? Not just like Pride Month for like the girlies? Let me know. iPad community. I didn't know that. There is like an iPad community. I mean, I guess I'm part of it now, like a new member, but still. Because it has kind of changed my productivity for the better. And I hate it. I hate that it has. Because I've been like avoiding getting a single iPad for like years. Even though I wanted one. And now I have like these two. And it's just like, okay. I guess I'm part of the iPad community now. Okay.
26, not just on my M4 iPad Pro, but also my A16 iPad and
I got
the
a yellow
iPad
one.
Mini. Now here's the interesting part. All
This
the
one's like
features that were
actually
announced
yellow.
for iPadOS 26, including all the new productivity enhancements, are not just coming
I
to
just
the
wish I
higher-end
had like
iPad Pro and
a
iPad Air
clear
models,
case,
but also the base iPad and the iPad Mini.
but it
And
is
this
yellow.
is huge news because a lot of the times when Apple has come up with pro-level features like Stage Manager and extended display monitor support, they've usually been reversed for the higher end iPad models. But this time, all the features that Apple mentioned, they're going to be available for all the iPads across the lineup. And yesterday I actually dropped a video going over how that base $329 iPad is now the best value because you're getting all the features and functionality of an iPad Pro, but at just $329. So it's quite incredible how that base iPad is now a beast. But I also know there are a lot of individuals
Sorry.
in the iPad community who really
Had to
love the
blow my
iPad Mini.
nose.
I personally love the iPad Mini because I believe it's the perfect content consumption device thanks to its portable, compact form factor. But you see, I've been so busy testing out all these productivity features of iPadOS 26 on my M4 iPad Pro and the A16 iPad that I never even thought about trying those features out on the iPad Mini because technically all those features, whether it's the new multitasking features or the new menu bar, that's all actually available on here. So what we're going to do in today's video is test those new iPadOS 26 productivity features on the iPad Mini. So without any further ado,
I
let's
guess I
begin by
can
first showing you that new
watch
liquid
the
glass design and how
one
it's
for the
set
big
on my
one.
home screen.
I
And
do
then
have
we'll
the
go
mini
over all
one
those features.
right
So
here.
all right, so this is
Is
my
it
lock
visible?
screen. So with previous
Kind of.
iPadOS iterations,
It's
you
under
couldn't
my
really
phone.
make the time any larger than this, but with this iPadOS 26,
Why
you
do I
can
have
make it
so
as
many
large
phones?
as you want up till here. And when you make it larger,
See right
your
here.
widgets come up right over here.
This
So that's
is
pretty
the
neat, very clean at the same time. Is my
my
calendar widget that
iPad
you can see I'm
mini
gonna go watch the movie Materialist.
right here.
And then I've got the
This
temperature
thing.
and the battery percentage
It's
for
like
my devices.
barely
So
bigger
can
than this
swipe
phone,
up.
which is funny.
And this is how I have my screen set up. I don't know how well you can see in the camera, but all the
Alright, let
icons
me
have a
like
nice
eat
glassy
now.
effect. And I have all
Because
the
why
icons
not?
in the large format. So what I mean by that is when you go into edit and you click customize, this is how it looks small. And when the icons were smaller, you also have the name of the app written underneath it. But when you make it larger, it fills up
I
more
couldn't hold it
space,
off,
looks cleaner in my opinion. But the way I really like it, and
unfortunately.
this is exclusive to iPadOS 26, is that you get this all new clear version. So when you click on that, it's like you have these nice glassy widgets and app icons. Looks super neat. But now let's discuss multitasking. All right, so let's open up something like Safari. And then you have this grab bar right here. So let's take this and voila. So in order for the menu bar to come down, you kind of just swipe down a little like that. And then here you go. This feels surreal. So let's say you go on LumaFusion and let's say I'm editing an app and I want to access all my shortcuts. I just go down again like this And as you can see,
Yeah, I
all
had the same.
of my shortcuts on the menu bar are there. And I can just kind of click each one and they're all there ready for me to use. And of course, it's a beta, so there are some small bugs here. As you can see, there's two helps, right? Doesn't make sense for why there would be two helps, but it's probably just a small glitch, a beta glitch. Now you have the red, yellow, and green traffic light Mac icons right there. So if you just click on that, they become larger, and then you have the closing out, minimize, and changing the orientation of the screen size. So let's make this its own window of its own size. Let's move it somewhere over here. And then let's say we want to open up another application. So let's say we want to open up YouTube. We've got YouTube. And we can overlay this right over here. And we can move this one around. And if you just swing at it like so, it basically does a split screen, and then you have a grabber right here, so you can change the sizing of your two windows right then and there. So that's very, very neat. So let's say we want to have even more apps on the screen. So how do we do that? Because if it's not on the dock, how can we really access them without going through the, app library? Well, there's an easier way. Just swipe to the home screen. As you can see, those applications kind of go on the side, and just pick whichever application you want. So let's pick Instagram, and then Instagram pops up, and I can change the sizing of that as well. Obviously, there is no native app for Instagram. This is the iPhone app, but it still looks really neat with it, laying on other applications. Let's open up even more applications. Let's open up Notes. So we've got Notes right here. So as you can see, we have all these different applications on here. I'm not going to lie, it is a small device, but it does look
Yep.
really clean and the implementation feels surreal. Now, if you want to change the
Ah,
sizing of the applications and you don't want to do it one by
arguable.
one, what you can do is just pick on any of these, click on the green icon or green circle, and then you can move and resize this just like that. Move it to the bottom. So right now I have all these different apps open on my screen. And what if I want something that looks cleaner, and rather than me individually, selecting each app and moving them around just so I can see everything, what if there was a simpler way? And there is. So basically when you go back to the traffic light signals, you click on the green circle or the green icon. And if you click on this last option right here, it automatically adjusts everything for you. Now, the way it looks on my iPad Pro with its larger 13-inch screen, it looks way better than it does on here. As you can see, it's not properly, overlaying each app because, it'd be too small. So as you click them, whichever one you're using overlays on top. But it's really nice that you have all your access right over here. And you can, of course, go back to full screen, go back to your home screen. You just get a lot more versatility than ever before. All right, guys, so this basically wraps up my video on iPad OS 26 running on my iPad mini. Now, when it comes to those productivity features that we just went over with, the menu bar and the new multitasking window management, it works and it works pretty well on this, but I don't think it's the best experience. And I mean, at the end of the day, this is a very small device with a much smaller screen. And I think if you really do want to be productive or get any sort of productivity with a lot of multitasking done, maybe you should look at that $320 iPad because it has a 11-inch display, and I think that's a pretty decent screen size to get a lot of that multitasking done. But if you are someone who just wants to use this as a content consumption device, and once in a while maybe start using those productivity multitasking features and stuff in that menu bar, then yeah, it's good to know that you can do it on this. But at the end of the day, I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about iPadOS 26? Do you like it? Did you wish Apple did more? Whatever thoughts you have, whatever questions you have, leave them down in the comments section. Earlier this week at WWDC, Apple announced updates to all their operating systems, and the one that excited me the most was iPadOS 26. Apple is finally listening to the iPad community and giving them what they want. We finally have an
iPad
actual
community.
multitasking window manager, a new menu bar, better background tasks, and a revamped Files app. And for someone like me who uses their iPad as their main productivity machine and content creation device, this was music to my ears. And I've been testing out iPadOS 26 not just on my M4 iPad Pro, but also the iPad mini and the new entry-level A16 iPad. And what's very interesting about everything Apple announced when it comes to the multitasking window manager, the new menu bar, better background tasks, they're not just for the higher end iPad Pro and the iPad Air, but they also actually work with the entry-level iPad that just costs $299. Well, $349, but $299 on Amazon, and I have a link to it in the description below. So at $300, Apple has made the entry-level iPad the best value in computers with the announcement of iPad OS 26. And you might be thinking I'm crazy, so let me explain. If you watched my review for the new A16 iPad, then I called it the simple
Apple
tablet for
sometimes
simple
like
tasks. It's a
delivers,
solid
but
device for
sometimes they don't.
students, kids, family members, and people who just want to casually use a tablet for tablet-like experiences. And like I said, just recently Apple updated it by giving it an A16 Bionic chip. And aside from that A16 Bionic chip, it's basically identical to the 10th generation iPad. It has a 10.9-inch Liquid Retina display with a USB-C port, a front-facing landscape 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera that's great for video calls. It now starts at 128 gigabytes of storage, and it supports the Apple Pencil and the Magic Keyboard Folio. And like I said, you can pick this device up for just $200 on
Overpriced.
Amazon. So the specs are decent. I'm not going to say they're absolutely amazing, especially when you start comparing it to the iPad Air and iPad Pro. You know, it kind of pales in comparison. But like I said, for simpler tasks, this $299 tablet is quite fantastic. And with the new updates to iPad OS, this device is going to be a lot more powerful than you can imagine. You see, in the past, Apple has sometimes reserved pro-level features for the iPad Pro and iPad Air, and you never really got those on the basic iPad. But now, Apple has changed the game. For example, you never got Stage Manager, you never got extended monitor support, but with iPadOS 26, you're gonna get that same window management system that people have been raving about with iPadOS 26. I think this is the one true highlight feature that everyone is excited about. And like I said, I have been testing iPadOS 26, not just on my iPad Pro, but also my A16 iPad, and it's so beautiful to be using this. Not on an iPad Pro, but on something as affordable and as basic as the simple iPad. And for those who don't exactly know what is so beautiful about this new window management system, let me give you a quick recap. You get true windowed multitasking, which means that you can resize and overlap multiple apps like you can on a Mac. You get a new windowing layout so you can snap windows side by side and move them freely. You get persistent floating apps as well, so you can keep tools like Safari or Notes open while you work in another app. And up to 12 apps can be open at once in one view. You can also drag and drop between windows, and this makes workflows a lot smoother. And like I said before, Apple usually, really took those pro-level features such as Stage Manager and multitasking features and reserved it for iPad Pro and iPad Air. And now that is not the case. And if you get the iPad's Magic Keyboard Folio, then you're basically turning it into a mini computer. And you don't have to be spending upwards of $1,000 or more of getting that experience. And I know a lot of people in the comments will be saying that, look, if the iPad Air and iPad Pro cannot even be a great Mac replacement for people, how can a basic iPad that's just $300 do that? It's absurd. And I get you, I hear you, but here's the thing. Not everybody uses computers the way you might, right? Like, for example, the M4 iPad Pro has completely replaced the Mac for me, but I'm also the same person that will admit and say that this is not the perfect computer for some people. And if you want to do a lot of graphic design work and video editing, then that basic iPad is definitely not for you. But if you're someone who likes to do simpler tasks, right, that you can also do on a Mac, whether it's with word editing, browsing the internet, going through social media, writing documents, creating presentations, you can do all of that on the base iPad and still get an amazing experience. And like I said, when you pair it up with the Magic Keyboard Folio, it basically feels like a laptop-like experience with that nice keyboard and trackpad. So now let's do some simple math. If you got the iPad, the standard A16 iPad, that will cost you $299. Another $250 for the Magic Keyboard Folio, and $80 for the USB-C Apple Pencil. So the price comes down to $650. And there are a lot of people who are buying a MacBook Air for around $1,000, and what they're doing on it is the most basic tasks. So what I'm trying to say here is that you don't have to go out and buy a MacBook Air and shell out, around $1,000 or so to get a computing experience for simple things. A lot of people I know, if you actually think about what they're doing on a computer, they can do all of that on an iPad for half the price. And technically that $650 number that I quoted, it could be even cheaper if you got something like, let's say, this great ESR keyboard that's just $90, and it literally looks and functions like a Magic Keyboard with a nice multi-touch trackpad and a floating keyboard mechanism with backlit keys. And it's just $90 on Amazon, and I've got the link to it in the description below. So at the end of the day, you don't have to get Apple's accessories even if you want to go even cheaper than $650, and with the new menu bar and the new multitasking features, better background tasks, and a much better Files application, this is a solid deal. And if you scroll through my channel, or if you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, then you probably know I don't talk much about the budget entry-level iPad, because I'm a huge fan of the iPad Pro and the iPad Mini, and I do think that the iPad Air for most people is the perfect iPad. But now that I'm seeing that all these iPadOS 26 features are also coming to the budget iPad, and you can get that full experience that you're getting on this for just $300, that is a steal, and it makes the device even better, even more powerful. But at the end of the day, I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your thoughts on what you think about iPadOS 26, and also what you think about the entry-level iPad. Have your thoughts, like mine, have changed regarding the entry-level iPad? Do you now see the device differently, knowing that iPadOS 26 and its great enhancements are also coming to it? Whatever thoughts you have, whatever questions you have, leave them down in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you next time.
What's up, Josh here. So if you're watching this video, you're probably wondering, should I get the iPad? Or if you already have one, you're wondering if you made the right choice. After all, it is a very interesting device and is the natural progression if you already own an iPhone and a MacBook. But here's the thing, the iPad often sparks this love-hate relationship in a lot of people's minds. In one of my previous videos, somebody commented that the iPad was the most useful and pointless device both at the same time. Now, I've been using this M4 iPad Pro for a whole year now, and in this video, I want to talk about my ownership over the past year. What makes the iPad great, where it falls short, and most importantly, is the iPad a device you actually need in your life? Let's get into it. Now, the first thing I want to go over is quickly what configuration did I go with, and also what accessories I picked up. So firstly, I went with the silver M4 iPad Pro. When the M4 version came out last year, it really intrigued me because it was so thin and light. Like, yes, other iPads have been thin and light, but this one in particular, at 5mm thin and less than a pound in weight, got me intrigued. And then the reason I went with the Pro version is because I really wanted the Pro Motion 120Hz display. I have a whole separate video comparing the iPad Pro and the Air if you're interested in that. Now, secondly, accessories. So as much as this pained me to purchase, I figured that the $300 Magic Keyboard was a necessity for me just because of how versatile it is. As soon as you connect it, it just goes on using magnets, and all of a sudden you have a cursor and a full-size keyboard. By attaching this, you can almost use it as more of a hybrid laptop. And also, it just protects your iPad, so you can chuck this into a bag. Now, the other thing that I've recently installed on my iPad is this matte screen protector by today's sponsor, Paperlike. Now, if you are an artist, you've probably heard of Paperlike, but if you haven't, it's basically this matte screen protector that A, obviously protects your screen, but B, also provides a really smooth experience to your iPad. In my opinion, even with the screen protector on, the clarity is fantastic, especially when you're looking at it straight on. I don't feel like it diminishes the quality too much. They also offer a 100-day money-back guarantee, so for some reason, if you mess up your installation twice or just don't like it, they will refund your money. If you're interested in the Paperlike matte screen protector, check it out using my link down below. With that said, let's get back to the video. Now, a year is a long time, and in that year, I have went through many phases and thoughts about this iPad. But let me just back up and start with the first month of ownership, and that is what I would call the honeymoon phase. So if you do decide to get an iPad, the first month of ownership with the iPad is gonna look like basically using it every day. Like, this is gonna be the best device ever, and you're gonna love it. I think the display on it is fantastic. The fact that you get such a big display that is OLED and bright. I was using this device every day for lunch, basically, just watching shows and YouTube videos. Like, you can't argue that this isn't a fantastic experience. Just look at it. It really is a game changer when it comes to consuming content. Also,
maybe I should like zoom here. So I was productive. I just didn't like answer the questions that I needed to, but like I was productive. And we watched these like random like videos, so win-win. I've also eaten like way more than I wanted to today, but that's besides the point. But yeah, very short stream because I'm tired. I mean, even though I woke up pretty late, I'm still like really tired because I'm just like I'm too tired to mimic that. However, thank you for watching. Also, take care. Um, and also protect yourselves if you're planning to be in one of those events. Let's just say, stay safe. If you are in one of those massive events, please definitely like stay safe. Other than that, thank you so much for watching and take care. Have a good one.